Bert, hello, stop before you click off. Give me like a minute, okay? I know I'm cringe, but just stick with me here. Okay, so, I've been playing a lot of My Summer Car recently, and I also watched the Yugo series from James Key, and just got the urge to get a shitbox, put a racing oh my god, I'm so bad at English. Put a racing engine into it. But the problem is, I'm too young to drive a car, or even a motorcycle for that matter. So all I'm stuck with are mopeds. And lucky enough, I got a shitbox of my own. Well, compared to all the mopeds my friends have, but at least you can say it's a shitbox with style. Or, well, that's what one of my friends said in shooting. So anyways, now I need to find the racing engine or upgrade that is in my budget. And also works for this antique. Okay, so... Okay, well, this is surprising. Okay, I'm just gonna check these out. Okay, so I'm gonna probably change the cylinder from a 39.5mm cylinder to a 14mm cylinder, cause 41 is definitely out of my budget. Okay, so now I gotta get all the parts. So that all comes to about 140 francs. So for a kid that's too young to get a job and who doesn't have an allowance or gets paid for chores, that's a lot of money. So if you maybe could check out my itch.io, I make a few games. Please maybe spend something. So anyways, what can I do other than promote my itch? So I'm gonna go to my local garage and ask if I can do a trial and apprenticeship. So I'm gonna go and well, okay, I'm back. So, I now have $100. So, I just need the rest of 40 francs. So, I'm just gonna go ask politely for the parts. So, yoink. Okay, so now after politely asking for the 40 francs, I'm now gonna go order the parts. And now it's time to play the waiting game. Okay, side note here. Now, future me from 2 months, yes, 2 months. To be honest, it just took a day to put it in and get it running. So, the basically 80 days was just procrastination. I'm probably gonna be doing it again, and the rest of the script is gonna be written by future me again. I don't know how long till he finishes the script, but okay. Okay, now it's been 1 month later since the last time I wrote in this goddamn script. I even forgot that the script even existed, so I hope I finish it today. And I also tried to get the solex to write the script, but that didn't work so well. Oh no, I've lost control! Okay, back to the script, to the rest of the video. Okay, so a week later I got the cylinder, but it was late in the day, so I just just asked my friend to come over the next day and help me with it. So the day later, my friend came over and we started to take the solex apart. Everything went fine. We took about 40 minutes to take everything off but the piston, and with everything I just mean the cylinder, the other stuff like the fuel tank to get the bolts on the cylinder. So when I tell you, when we got to the piston, oh, the fucking wrist pin. That fucker did not want to go out of the piston. I fucking tell you. We hit that shit with a hammer. Tried a ratchet strap and also tried hitting again with a goddamn hammer. It did not work. So we just took a break and I decided to get a tool. I ended up going to a bicycle mechanic and we had the tool. So don't ask me why he had the tool, but just thank God he had. So when I took out the wrist pin with the tool, I kinda scuffed up the piston, but it'll probably not. I'm probably not gonna use that ever again. That's probably foreshadowing. So we put in the new piston and the new aluminum cylinder in with minor hiccups, and it ran worse, but that's normal when you put in a new piston and a new cylinder. So after running it for a month, it ran so bad that it couldn't even drive without misfiring every 500 meters or so. And I tried to fix it with a new air filter. That air filter has now a hole in it. I also tried to put in a new fuel membrane. It ran a bit better. So, and I also put in a new fuel jet. Also did not do anything. So I kinda decided to put in the old cylinder because I don't want to damage the motor more than it already is. So the old cylinder in, I don't know, like 50 minutes. I kinda destroyed the gasket. Also das hier ist die neue Dichtung, die hier abgenommen hat. So machen wir die Alternative, wo normalerweise hier drauf sollte sein. Aber jetzt machen wir sie hier drauf. Bing bong. But I didn't have any new ones on hand, so I kinda just put in the top gasket in the bottom and the other top gasket, the newer one, and also a bit bigger one on the top. So yeah, it's not a good idea, but I just wanted to be back together and just work. Well, it did work, but after putting it back together, it did not last long till it had issues, cause now it has just a tendency to just shut off in the middle of the road because it doesn't feel like it wants to survive and work. But I kinda kept using it. But afterwards I sent it to the mechanic to get it fixed, and it works now for short distances, but not for long ones. And so I put in new gaskets, the right ones, for the right places, and got a new spark plug. And then on my test ride, it worked, but on the way back it started. So I pulled over to the side of the road, let it cool down, and it worked again. So thank God. But then on another test run, weeks later, how do I say this? But the left brake handle just kinda did not want to stay on, cause probably somewhere on the road, just one screw that held it together fell out. And yep, that is not a good thing when you're riding in the middle of nowhere and your left brake handle is just loosely falling out. Shit. So I just put a stick in it and nursed it to a store where I bought some cheap painter's tape, and so I reinforced the stick with the painter's tape I bought so I could drive back home. And back home I then just put in some screw that was the right size. So the day afterwards, my friend asked to go on a drive with him with his moped and me with my ship box. How do I say this? On the way back, his moped is still running, but not as well as it should be. And the screw that I put in, it's holding somewhat. So yeah, this thing, I don't know, but I think it has a curse. It just does not want to run okay. But anyways, we need to go back to why is this happening, but I still have no idea. Okay, now that is all what already happened, and now the problem is, or was and still is, the major issue that it overheats and shuts off the motor. When it gets too hot, it runs, stops, runs, stops, runs again, stops, runs again, stops, and then it just doesn't want to work. It's not good if you're in the middle of the main road and then it just starts not want to work. So I can still drive like that. It's just sputters and doesn't want to work. So I made so my system right now, if I'm forced to drive it, it's because of long distances and stuff like that, I kinda just middle of the road, when it starts sputtering, I just turn off the engine, pedal for I don't know how long, just so the engine can cool off a bit, and then I drive it again. And then cool off again and repeat till I get to my destination. Yeah, that's where I think the video will end. So yeah, it's just bit of what's happening in my personal life. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you know what my problem is, cause I still have no idea. Um, I maybe it's a dirty carburetor, but then it will be a consistent not working, or then it wouldn't work consistently. It could be maybe a hot or off time spark plug, but I don't have the tools for that, so I don't know. Also, please, if you've watched to the end, thank you. And also, if you maybe have a reason why my engine is fucked, please tell me in the comments. So, I think with that, this video is over. So, please subscribe and like with that. So, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir.